I hadn't started filming before because I really wasn't sure if this was possible. You always hear about pulling a frame between two trees. Well, these are the two trees I have. As you can see, my daughter's Volvo, it got hit on the driver's side, moved over about 2.5, 3 inches, and up a little bit, up by about an inch or so, maybe an inch and a half. So I decided to get one of these pullers. It's a 5-ton puller from Harbor Freight, and you need to use one of these what do you call it, pumps, the pumps to use to pull it. The pump is from a 10-ton Ram unit, so that was $200 on sale, so you're talking $250 for the two items. Anyway, the point was I needed to support it here so that I could do the downward pull and the car wouldn't just compress on the frame. Up here I put a ruler, and if you note, it's a little hard to see. It's only over about an inch or so, but since it started to move, I thought I'd get the camera, and since it actually looks like it's going to work, and film some more of the pull. I only have a couple more inches on the Ram, and then I'll have to reset it. So you can see it moves over nice and steady. It did move back quite a bit. So that's about as far as I can go. I've managed to get, it looks like about 2 inches there, which is pretty cool. I'm going to release the tension, see if I can get more purchase on the chain, more distance. As you can see, when I released the tension, it went back. I only gained really a half an inch, or about an inch, I'd say. So I was able to take 2 links on the chain, though, which is another couple of inches, so hopefully we'll be able to go further. It looks like that's the way you got to do it, bit by bit. My only concern is the chain on the other side, which might not be up to the task, but I think I'm out of the range of the... That should let go. There we are, we gained another... now I suppose it'll go back an inch again, but I've gained a little bit more. I also think I'm going to jack the car up more because I need to pull downward more. I've gotten a little bit of downward on it, but it needs another inch downward. So I'll probably jack the car up a bit more and pull down a little bit more at an angle. That time I was able to get 2 more links, so we're definitely making progress. Just take it out here. There, since we've passed that point. Wow. Something tells me it's getting a little easier. It means something broke. Or actually it's going back into the position it's supposed to be. I'm actually going to switch up a little bit. I'm going to leave it there for a while. That might help. And I'm going to go get some of the sheet metal parts that go behind the bumper to see how things line up. So basically it took about a dozen pulls to get it where I want. This measurement here to the hood is virtually identical to the other side. I had to do, just with a vice grip, I was able to do a little straightening on some of these parts here that were bent. But on the car, when I took the parts off, I could see that this needed to be vertical. There's little bits of stuff here that I was able to straighten out. I'm going to have to mess with this a little bit here, I think. But the hood fits nice now. And the only part of the car other than the front that got hit was the corner of the fender here, so I'll do a little sanding and touch up, and I have to adjust the hinges a bit on this just to get the two lines a little bit better. I took the bumper off the parts car, the inside bumper, but I'm not going to use it. It's a little bit messed up here, but rather than break all of these spot welds, I'm going to leave that one on there because of course it gets all covered up, and I think all the bolts are in the right position now. So it looks pretty good. If anything, when I relieve it, I might have to do one more pull just for the amount that I'm going to lose on it. But everything's lined up pretty nice. I think it's going to be fine.